Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading. I know that I already did Gemini and I haven't finished all the signs yet for those who are regular to this channel. However, I was feeling really strongly called to do another reading for Gemini. And I think this is because we have the Gemini full moon coming up as I am getting ready or as I am recording this. Now, this is a timeless reading. It doesn't have to be that you are finding it right around the Gemini full moon. There are still going to be messages that resonate for you if you have been called to this video. There are healing codes transmitted throughout this video, so if you are open to receive those, simply set that intention and you will receive exactly what is meant for you at this time. And that seems like a powerful energy or statement in and of itself. At this time, whether this is whenever you're finding this video or when I am recording this video during the 12/12 gateway and energies, it's actually officially 12/12 today as I'm recording this video, and the Gemini full moon is on the 15th. So there's a lot of activations coming in. There's a lot of really powerful energy that we are working with. And whoever is finding this reading, you are really receiving those activations. You're receiving a lot of that energy, and you may be experiencing a lot of different things as this energy is moving through you, being that Gemini is a sign ruled by Mercury. And we have Mercury in retrograde until the full moon when it stations direct. But we still got a lot of that energy. It's in your opposing sign of Sagittarius. The full moon is going to be conjunct Jupiter, which is very loosely conjunct Jupiter, which is also in your sign right now, Gemini, in retrograde. So there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot that's shifting in your energetic world. There's a lot that's shifting within your belief systems, within your perspectives, within your understandings of yourself. Just a lot of really powerful energies that you are working with and navigating at this time. I'm seeing the Magician in my mind. So you are the Magician, Gemini, whether you recognize that or not. You are the creator of your reality. And Spirit really wants to emphasize that point. You are the creator of your reality. You are the author of your story. So what are we going to write next? What are we going to experience next? If you don't like your reality, you can change it. But it starts with this process that you are undergoing right now of changing those belief systems, rewriting those stories within your mind, those storylines that are constantly replaying. That is a karmic loop. That is a karmic cycle. And there's an opportunity to close that out by getting a new perspective or understanding of a situation and taking ownership for that experience, for the fact that you called it into your reality on some level so that you could learn something. And once we have learned that lesson, we've released the energetic attachment to that energy, the energetic charge, we're able to release that. So some of you are really going through that process right now. Some of you, because you are ruled by Mercury, just in general, you're like, as all of these upgrades are coming through, as we're moving through this 12/12 portal, you are probably more likely, and all of my air signs, so anybody who also has placements in Libra or Aquarius, you're going to be feeling this even more. You may really, really be feeling like overly stimulated within the mind. I've left out another air sign, but you know who you are. So just a lot of that anxiety, that irritability, maybe trouble sleeping, which doesn't help matters, as we know. So just take really good care of yourself, Gemini, and know that there are some really profound shifts that are happening right now. And Spirit's saying, like, honestly, at this point, the more confused you are, the better, because that means that a new understanding is breaking through. That means that an old belief system is crumbling. That means that essentially your entire paradigm is shifting right now, your inner paradigm. That's what this is all about. All right, let's get some cards here. We have the Eight of Wands coming out. Talk about that creational energy, right? That manifesting, that Magician energy. And I chose I forget what this deck is called. This is like the Book of Shadows Tarot. This is actually one of the first decks that I ever bought. I bought it in Salem. And it was a little hard for me to read when I first bought it because I wasn't familiar with the tarot, so I didn't know what any of the cards meant, and some of them have different names. There's actually 2 different decks that go with this. But I really felt drawn to use it for you. So some of you may be working with spells, working with incantations. You may be doing some type of ritual, or you may be feeling called to do that. Ritual, ceremony, you name it. It doesn't necessarily have to be like Wiccan It could be anything, right? It could be a blend of things that you just naturally recall from past lifetimes that you do that doesn't even have a name. It could be like a more traditional, like a shamanic ceremony. Any of these things. It's something, there's some sort of ceremonial aspect or energy here that you're calling in. Someone that you're working on communicating with, Gemini, is also what I'm feeling. And this for some of you could be like a crossed over loved one. Could be your own spirit team that you're working on connecting with. And Spirit's saying, if you really want to connect with this person, then you want to create some type of ritual for doing this. And it could be something as simple as a meditation ritual, lighting a candle, sitting down and meditating. I always recommend putting up your Merkaba, putting up your love light shield when you do this, just so that whenever you're psychically opening yourself, you want that spiritual protection around you. It's not a fear thing. It's just a sovereignty thing. Okay. But like creating some type of ritual where like that, you light the candle, you stare at the candle flame, or you don't. Maybe you have something else that you do first, some sort of ceremonial type process before you sit down to communicate. Doing that, it's like the analogy that Spirit's giving me right now. Say you're struggling to sleep and they say to create a routine around sleep, and that will help you get into the habit of sleeping better. Like your body knows that you're winding down and getting ready when you start initiating this routine, whether it's stretching, meditation, breath work, reading a book, taking a bath, whatever it is, it starts winding you down and getting you into that vibe. And after a while, your body just knows, once you start going through that routine, that it's time to start winding down for sleep. That's the kind of thing with this routine around your meditation or whatever it is that you do to connect with your spiritual team. Even if you read tarot or you read cards in order to get messages from your higher self, from your spiritual team, Spirit saying, create a ritual out of it. And this is going to benefit you immensely as you continue moving forward. Clear. All right, let's get some more energy out here. Some of you, you have a really strong spiritual team around you right now, and they want you to know that, especially if you've been feeling alone, if you've been feeling abandoned almost. It's like they haven't abandoned you. There's just some type of initiation that you're going through right now. And sometimes in that process, it's required that we feel more alone, because that forces us to tap into our own inner strength and our inner knowing. You have Yule coming out. And of course, Yule is upcoming. We're going to be experiencing Yule. I believe Yule is the 21st. It goes along with the winter solstice. So there's some energy with the winter solstice here for you that's really important here. That's 12/21. That is, of course, the biggest bifurcation point during the 12/12, 12/21 gateway, when we have the numbers mirroring each other, right? 1, 2, 2, 1. So you're being prepared for something that's happening then. And we're experiencing a timeline split, right? So every year around Yule time, around that winter solstice, during this 12/12, 12/21 gateway, this is when Mother Earth is really bifurcating, or she's in this, we can imagine it like a birthing process, where we have the third dimension, the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension sort of interconnecting them. And out of that, as the Earth dilates and these dimensions or timelines or Earths, however you want to view this energy, continue to separate, we have this energy where the sixth dimension is then birthed out. And that was really cool how the sun just came out and illuminated when I was saying that. I don't know if you guys noticed how much brighter the screen just got. The sun just came out from the clouds as we were talking about that. So there's a major birthing here going on for you. As the Earth is continuing to birth herself, her own creation, right? This beautiful crystalline energy and blueprint, you are rebirthing yourself as well, Gemini, which is really, really exciting. And I think this is the death card in the traditional tarot, because it's number 13, interestingly enough. So that is rebirth, right? That's powerful. And your ancestors, I'm feeling, your ancestors are really assisting you strongly as well. Now, the Eight of Water is the Eight of Cups. So there's an energy of releasing as well. Something powerful that you're releasing as you're stepping through this portal of energy. And this is very much, and I know for those of you who are finding this as a timeless reading, I'm referencing a lot of current events in this video. Just know that the energies are here, whether or not the events are still taking place for you. If you're finding this, or there is a message that's going to help you with whatever it is that you're going through at this time. But it really is this energy of, with the full moon in Gemini, of release. Neptune is very active during this full moon. Neptune recently stationing direct. There's a lot of assistance in releasing whatever is tethering us to that old timeline, to that old version of us that we have already outgrown. We have the Circle. And this is the Hanged Man energy here. Yeah, the ceremonial energy is so strong here. Like, look at two of these cards that you got. And even Yule in and of itself is ceremonial, right? There are so many ceremonies that are done within and around surrounding Yule. I mean, Christmas, a lot of the Christmas ceremonies that are practiced in the United States and some other countries, right? They were derived from Yule and from these pagan holidays. So there's something really with that energy. This is reminding me of the stone circle that I visited when I was in Scotland. It was once part of Norway in Orkney. It's reminding me of those ancient stone circles. This could also be, of course, Stonehenge, right? Any of these, it's like one of those places, one of those sacred sites or lands is calling to you. But it's really about, it's the traditions of that place more than it is, like, it could be the physical place. It's always powerful to visit these physical sites and receive the activations there. I feel like you have past life energy in one of these places, and you're going to know what that place is for you because you've been drawn to it for a while. Or if you see a picture of it, like you yearn to visit it, to be present in that energy. It's calling to you. So you know exactly what I'm talking about here. But it's also like the traditions of that place. There's something about working with those traditions that connects you to the magic and connects you to an aspect of yourself and your ancestors that's really wanting to be explored more deeply right now. Yeah, your higher self and your spirit team, your ancestors really want to work with you more powerfully and more consciously. So for those of you who are drawn more to like shamanism, it might be time to take a journey, right? There's like a soul retrieval or any kind of journey into the underworld here. This could be a sacred plant medicine ceremony that's calling to you. Some type of ceremony there. Just whatever it is, you're going to know what it is. But your ancestors have some wisdom and some knowledge that they really want to share with you. The fairies too. I love these cards. They're so awesome. So, and this is the Four of Air. So that would be the Four of Swords. See the little fairies? I forgot how cool this deck was. But this is totally different from the typical Four of Swords card, right? Because look, there's like these little blessings. Like one of these fairies is holding a clover, a 4-leaf clover. One of them is holding, it's like a little, could be a little pentacle, a little coin, something like that. So there's blessings wanting to come in for you, Gemini, or getting ready to come in for you. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about these blessings. The power of 4 too, right? Like the 4 directions, the 4 elements. Of course, if we include ether, there's 5, or spirit, but we'll say 4 for the, there's just something with the number 4. Even 8, which was the other number card we got here, but outside of the major arcana is 4 doubled, right? And that's been a powerful theme this year, the energies of the 4s, right? The 4-4 portal, which was connected very powerfully with the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal this year. That was a huge portal of energy that we experienced. So this is like this is a rebirthing that began really probably with that 4-4 portal and has continued to move through. This is also you building your energy. If that makes any sense, building your energy. Spirit's saying that's really important. It's like piece by piece, you're adding the ingredients that you need. You're building up your stores of energy, of confidence, it's like you're going to need this energy for something that it's like you're charging up right now. You've been charging throughout 2024 for something. I wanted to say 2025, but I'm feeling 2026 for some of you. It's going to be a really transformative year. I know that's like a ways away right now, but I'm really feeling that energy of 2026. Look, it got bright again when I said 2026. Oh, that's crazy. I know this is an awful camera on this laptop that I'm using, but I love how it's catching the light here. Yeah, so you may be in a building period still throughout 2025. So take this time to build up your energy, to build up your stamina. It doesn't mean that nothing's going to be happening for you in 2025. It just means it's building to that 2026. So this is building your energy, not just in your physical energy, like building up your vitality. It's also building up your ability to hold energy, to be a container for energy, to alchemize energy. This is also like building up your wisdom. Okay? We have the air, so much air, which makes sense, right? The air element, the 3 of air, which was inverted. So that would be the 3 of swords in reverse here. And then we have wisdom. Were we not just talking about that? So that would be the high priestess. Working with the water too. You see how she's in the water here? Working with the water around this full moon. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. With all these changes and shifts that are going on for you right now, you want to be drinking plenty of water. Right? And you're coming out of a painful time here. But it's also like coming out of a period, like you see in this card, how she's sitting there. She's sitting here with this crystal ball. And she looks really discouraged, like she's not seeing anything. Like she's been asking for guidance and she's not receiving it. Like she's felt disconnected from herself, disconnected from her intuition, disconnected from her heart, from her hopes and dreams, I'm feeling. Almost like this listless, like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm not getting any confirmation. I'm not getting any signs from the universe. Like, why? That's that energy of isolation that I was talking about, of feeling alone, feeling like even your spiritual team has kind of abandoned you. So coming out of that energy, there's also, notice the mirroring effect here. So this period of time has been mirroring something back to you. Maybe it's your own feeling of being, maybe it's because you have this deep loneliness inside of you. This could be abandonment wounds. It's that energy of abandoning yourself, though, I'm feeling. But it's this, there's something being mirrored back to you by this situation, by the apparent silence of your guidance team, right, of your spiritual team, because I feel like you guys are people who have connected with them. This is not something that you don't know how to do. It just hasn't been, and that's why I'm saying the ritual might help to really, it's like you're just try the ritual, basically. But it's also, like we said, there needed to be that period of time so that you could tap more into your own inner wisdom. So as you start this ritual, in the beginning, you might experience a lot of silence, but that's okay. It's being able and willing to sit in the silence. We have Ostara, so that's the springtime energy there. Ew, excuse me. Yeah, a lot of people have been coming down with colds and different things as we're going through this energy. That's the purging, the natural purging process of the body. So if that's happening for you, don't worry about that. I'm also just feeling the energy of sneezing, like there's something significant for somebody. I don't know what that is. Like maybe somebody had a relative. They may not even be, they may have crossed over. Remember I said somebody was trying to communicate with a relative. Maybe they sneezed a lot or pepper. Somebody had a pepper allergy. That's really random. That's what I'm feeling. Somebody had like a pepper allergy. It was like pepper or, you know how some people, their eyes water when really bad when they cut onions or something like that? It's like, and this could have been a grandparent or something, is almost what I'm feeling here. And like they had something cute like that happened to them when they were cooking or when they were in the kitchen. And so that's obviously very specific for somebody here, of them coming through, just letting you know that they're with you and that they love you. And maybe just trying to get you to laugh a little bit, right? Yeah. And so our Stara, I believe, is the Tower. You'd think after all these years reading tarot, I would like be really confident in my Roman numerals, but I still second guess myself all the time. It takes me a minute. Pretty sure that's a Tower. So springtime, there may be something significant coming through in the spring as well, like a breakthrough. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Wands here. Yeah, brand new beginning here. This is what you're preparing for. So 2027 or 2026 rather is going to be the big year for you. 2027 is going to be a big year for us all. But there is like a brand new wave, a fresh start coming in terms, and I feel like you might not have to wait all the way until 2026 for this. It's getting bright out again. That's crazy how that's happening during this reading. I love it. I feel like this when we talked about springtime, right? There's this breakthrough coming here. Brand new start. I feel like a breakthrough in health for somebody too, if you've been dealing with health issues. A lot of balance coming in, fresh inspiration. We have the Seven of Earth or the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. And that's a lot of water in that card too. Yeah, so there's definitely that water energy. Some of you connect with dolphin spirits. We had the dolphin there. On 2 cards, we had the dolphin. Maybe working with dolphin medicine, dolphin energy. I love dolphins. They're one of my favorite animals. They're so magical. And I just feel like they're always just so joyful and playful, you know? Clear. When I think of that playful, joyful energy, dolphins are the first animal that I think of. So let's get some more. What else do we need Gemini to know here? I feel like they want me to pull an activation card for you guys too. So we're going to do that after I get a couple more cards here. We're going to close with that. Yeah, that silence that you've been feeling from your spiritual team, that's about to end. My ears are ringing like crazy right now. All right. So we had the Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Wands. Let me feel into this for a minute, you guys. Spirit's saying don't pay attention to your outer reality. Things may seem on the outside like nothing's happening. That's very misleading. We use this analogy all the time of when you plant a seed, most of the growth happens underneath the surface. There's so much happening right now that you can't see. And if you've been trying to create or manifest something, stop tracking it so heavily. Stop paying attention to every little thing. It's like when you, like that old analogy, right? A watched pot never boils. Stop keeping so much track. Keep nurturing your manifestation, but stop focusing so intensely on it. Because that energy, you guys, you're very cerebral, very mental energy. All of that mental energy projected on that manifestation is actually slowing it down and making it harder for it to manifest. That's just a final little message there for somebody. All right, we're going to do I'm feeling called to the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Oh, what's that one? Ooh, I forgot about that one. I forget about some of the decks that I have because I hadn't been doing readings for a little while. I was focusing more on the astrology videos. And doing less. And I sometimes I don't even remember what decks I have because I'm a collector, you could say. So this, for anyone who's interested, is the Gateway of Light activation. I highly recommend it. It's gorgeous. Clear. Let's get a final activation card for Gemini. Tell me about these activations coming through for my beautiful Geminis. We have the Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Many of my Geminis probably resonate with the Pleiadian energy. In the final degrees of Taurus and the very early degrees of Gemini, we have the Gemini portal when the sun is moving through the constellation of Gemini. So some of you early Geminis may have been born during the Pleiadian portal. And even if you weren't, there's just a connection with Gemini energy and Pleiadians, I feel. There's a lot of Pleiadians on this planet, a lot of Pleiadian starseeds. And it's something about that beautiful childlike energy, that sweetness. So your Pleiadian star family is really supporting you at this time as well. They're sending you healing. You may not feel them necessarily or communicate with them in the ways that you're used to, but they're still there. So just set the intention to receive. There's something in particular that you've been releasing or in a process of releasing. They want to assist you with that. So simply open your heart, connect to their frequency, and allow them to help you to shift that energy. This is also about things coming together. Remember, stop watching the pot, and before you know it, it'll be at a roaring boil. Things are coming together where things have felt disjointed and out of harmony. They're coming together. But the reason they're coming together is because you're continuing to allow your inner harmony to come together. And we have Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. Yeah, really stepping back into your power. This is full system upgrade, right? So it's not related to any one chakra, but I'm definitely feeling the solar plexus chakra strongly and the throat chakra for you guys. And yeah, crown, third eye, but throat and solar plexus. And then we've got the central sun here, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Work with the scarab beetle, perhaps. And there's the ball of light. There's one dear friend of mine. You know who you are. I think it's so funny that we've got that ball of light coming out. That's going to be significant for somebody specifically. And even though for many of us we're in the northern hemisphere, it's winter right now, you can connect with the grand central sun anytime. See how the sun has come through so many times during this, and we have not been getting much sunlight where I am. All right, so this is like the fact that the sun's coming through during this reading is really powerful. Work with that energy. Meditate on the energy of the sun. Meditate on this beautiful glowing ball of light. Let it warm you. Let it fill your heart. Let it move through your chakras, bringing illumination, loosening and the density, helping you to release anything that needs to go and charging up your energy. Remember I said your energy was charging up and you're in this charging mode. You've been throughout 2024 and really into 2025 as well. This is going to help you, the sun, charging with the sun, whether it's through meditation or through the physical sun when you're able to. All right, and this is going to help the sun, working with the sun energy is going to help call in your abundance. Help you tap into that abundance frequency and that beautiful energy of regeneration. All right, that's within this rebirthing process that's connected to that. I want to read the Hathor light codes for you. Let's see. Of course, we know that Hathor was the star mother. She was one of the major Egyptian goddesses. They call her the star mother because see how extraterrestrial she looks? Her temple, the temple at Dendera, was my absolute favorite temple when I went to Egypt. There was so much joy there. Calling on that energy of joy again. Remember we talked about that with the dolphins? And now with Hathor, she's a great link to joy. She was a goddess, a fertility goddess, but an overall divine mother goddess. She was also the goddess of celebration. She was the goddess of music and dance and art and sexuality, all of that creative energy, all that sacral chakra energy. So working with that sacral too, maybe. So really tapping into that. And even the sun itself, right? That's a symbol of vitality. It's also joy. It's bringing that light, bringing that beautiful light, that joy, that consciousness and energy into your life is going to assist you so much. Oh, I love this. So in this gateway, Hathor is the figurehead of an intergalactic race of beings called the Hathors. There's a good chance that the ancient Egyptians were in touch with this divine race, as evidenced by the many Hathor pillars at the Temple of Dendera, talking about which, right? The Hathors appear as elongated pillars of infinite light, illustrating their capacity to bridge heaven and earth. Their divine mission is to activate light upon the earth, interlinked with both the energy of the central sun and Venus. They bestow solar light blessings and ignite the energy of unconditional love within. When you receive this light card, know they are ushering in great blessings. Remember we talked about that with this card too, the blessings? That's just confirmation of that. And so to connect with them, visualize a pillar of light descending from the heart of the midnight sky and bathing your body in infinite light. Chant or call Hathor, Hathor, Hathor to draw the Hathorian energy towards you. If there's an aspect of your life that needs light, think of it now and imagine that light shining down upon that. All right, so that's another potential meditation for you to do. Also, I want to say, go to the community tab of this channel. And if you scroll down, it's going to be a little ways. I don't post too much on there, so it won't take you, it'll be, not a terribly lengthy process. But in 2021, when I visited Egypt, I posted pictures after I returned of the inside of the Hathor temple. I'm pretty positive there are photographs that I shared from the Hathor temple in there. Check those out. The activations I received within that temple were unreal. And I shared those photos because I wanted people to be able to connect with the energy through the photograph. And a lot of people commented and said that they could. If you can't find it in my community tab, you'd have to scroll for a while on my Instagram. But I did share a bunch of pictures from my travels on the Instagram as well. And that is the Spiritual Alchemist 333, I believe it's still called. You can also look it up. If you look up CosmicKassia, it should come up. And it's also linked in the description box, my Instagram. So check out either one of those things. Find that picture. Meditate on that picture. Connect with the energy of that picture. And that's another way to tap into this energy that's coming through for you right now. We got the Merkaba activation too. You guys just fucking fueled up right now. Clear is the only way I can put it. All right, I love you, Gemini, so much. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoy this reading, and I look forward to talking to all of you again soon. If you're new to this channel and you like the vibe, go ahead and join the tribe. We talk about lots of astrology. We do lots of tarot on here. We have a great time during our live streams. This is a beautiful community of light workers, light warriors, here to unite together to support each other as we continue our beautiful divine mission of assisting in the ascension of this planet. And of course, all the beautiful growth and evolution that we individually receive as souls along the way. Much love. Talk to you soon.